Hi everyone, it's Matthew and welcome back to the Southerner's Northern Garden. So today I wanted to take you on a little adventure, but I want to talk to you a bit about what I'm looking for. And so you know this area of my garden, I put in this fountain last year. It's a pretty big space here, and I don't have a lot of upward height. You know, one thing I focused on is adding some trees to my garden and upward structure, particularly for winter interest, but not only winter interest, for beautiful interest in summer and spring. And so I'm going to be going to a garden center that's pretty local called 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 Gardens. They're running a 25% off trees and potentially shrubs, I don't remember, not evergreens, but through the 20th. And so today is the first couple days of their sale, and I wanted to talk to you about the importance of getting to the garden centers early in the spring and selecting big items like that, because I always have not had the best habit of doing that, and then I get to the garden centers a couple weeks after that and all of the best stuff has sold tags on there. And so to avoid that, this year I'm focusing on getting out there early, because as we know, over the pandemic a lot of people got involved in gardening and everyone is after the same items in the garden center. And so we're gonna go check out and look at some options right here. Once again, I'm looking for something that provides some height, something that doesn't necessarily get that wide, but that will look really great in this space. So follow along as we go for our first adventure on my channel to a garden center. So we have a couple options. There's a red bud, potentially. I need something that stays pretty small. So we have a red bud option, a small like lollipop crabapple, or a lilac. And so this little garden center is called 𝗟𝗏𝗲𝗲 Gardens. They're getting some of their stuff out. We're actually supposed to have a really bad winter storm tonight potentially, but you can see this is my favorite time of year, coming to the garden centers early and picking out the best stuff before everyone else gets their hands on it. So I'm going to take a look around and show you what we have. So if I go with the lilac option, I'm going to want something that provides interest throughout the season. So lilacs typically bloom in spring, and bloomerang lilac by Proven Winners actually blooms in spring and then again potentially in fall. And so I would probably go a route with something like that. You can see these are on standard. They don't get very big, 4 foot tall or 4 foot wide at max, it says, and so those are a pretty good option actually. They were telling me some varieties. One is Firebird crabapple, which gets like 8 to 10 foot tall and wide, which might be a good option. I have not had great success with crabapples in my garden, and they can be prone to disease, and so that's a consideration. There's also another crabapple over here called Cinderella, which is a little smaller version. I want something in that area that's kind of substantial, and so it's also close to the house, so that's a consideration. So we just got a lot of things to think about, and I don't know that I'll be able to select something today. As I've mentioned on my channel before, I'm kind of really terrible at spacing. I want to show you something that I would love to put there. I'm going to take you over there right quick. These are 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗃 dogwoods, and I only have one multi-stem trunk tree in my garden, and that's the front, that Sweet Bay magnolia that I have. But my heart's kind of set on this, and I'm afraid it will get too big for that location. So I'm going to sit and think about it for a minute, because that would be absolutely gorgeous behind my fountain. And even if it did get really large and provide a little shade, I do have those herbs right there in those planters. I could replace those herbs with something else or move the herbs to a different part of the garden. I'm just like in love with the structure right now, and so I'm going to take a moment and think about it. Also mentioned that this red bud called Summer Towers, which is a newer variety she mentioned, at least for them, might be an option. It only gets about 12 foot wide at maturity, and it grows in like a strictly upward vase shape, so it might provide some shade on the house, but it does potentially get 30 foot tall. In our location it might not get that tall, but that may be a little bigger upright than what I'm looking for there. I'm trying to decide still about this cornice. It's certainly beautiful, and they have several of them. One's already sold, A couple of them are already sold, so if I'm gonna pick something out, today's the day to do it before they get gone, because they're having a sale. It's early spring. They're having their spring sale 25% off their non-evergreen trees, and so now's my chance to pick out something lovely, because I've been here before and I waited a little too late later in the weekend when they started the sale, and everybody picks out the great varieties and there's nothing left. So I've got to make some decisions, and I'll be back with you. All right, everyone, I think I've decided on this one. It's one of the tallest ones, but it's kind of thinner on the back here, which is the side that I would put near the house. They do tend to get a little wider as they age. Height isn't necessarily a problem. It is kind of close to the house, so I'm actually going to run home and take some measurements. And then she's holding it for me, and so that's the best thing. I've got it so no one else can pick it out. But I was about to think about this one right here. It's the same price as the other one though, and it's much smaller. And of course, go big or go home, right? So these are $229 with 25% off. Across the country, prices on plants are really like different, but for it'll be $170-ish before tax probably. For a tree this size is actually really incredible. I've paid that much for much smaller things before. So now we're going to go home, and I'm going to do some measurements. I think that space will be fine. I might have to move it up a little closer to the fountain than I currently have the black lace elderberry, but this will have some beautiful blooms in spring for me, and will look really great with some other things I'm doing around there this season, and eventually provide a little shade for our patio area from the like southish side if we need it. So I'm gonna run home and do some measurements right quick. So that is a Cornus Kusah, white blooming, and she said because of our heavy clay soil, which I mention on my channel a lot, and the alkalinity of our soil, which I've also mentioned, we kind of are high alkaline, they will not grow potentially to their full size as they will in other areas of the country. And so she suspected it would get 10 to 12 foot tall, or 12 to 15 foot tall and 10 to 12 foot wide, which I think I had plenty of leeway there to put something like that. So we're gonna go home and take the measurements and make sure we can, and then we'll come back and get us a great tree for the spring. All right, everyone, we're back to the house, and I'm doing a little measuring, and so I laid down these green stakes, which are 4 foot a piece, and it took like 1 whole one and 3/4 of another one. So we have about 7 foot from center on where that tree would be. She told me, as I mentioned, that this one will get, in our zone, it stays a little smaller simply because of our high alkaline soil and clay soil. And so she told me it would stay probably within the range of 10 to 12 foot wide and 10 to 15 foot tall, maybe a little taller, but height I'm not really concerned about. It's the width. And so I'm going to go ahead and give a yay to this tree. Whether it will go exactly where my black lace elderberry is, I'm not sure. I was worried that this black lace didn't make it because it really struggled last year, but there's actually some new growth here coming out, and it's kind of early, and so we will get this moved somewhere else in the landscape pretty early. I'm not sure where I will put it yet. And I actually need to check on my Sweet Carolina red bud because it looked really bad as well. And so in my next video, I'm going to be going to show you in the coming week how to check on your shrubs really early, because this time of year makes me nervous. And so this bed, if the dogwood doesn't go there, it will go somewhere in this area, and we may have to rework some stuff. There is a sprinkler line that runs kind of right here that we had to get moved when the patio was installed, and so it does run right up around this black lace elderberry. So if we have to move the dogwood a little further out into the bed, that's perfectly fine as well, and eventually it will get big enough and cast some shade on these earth boxes that all my herbs are in. I'm not terribly concerned about that. The herbs can be moved easily. I can replace and put in those boxes, things like a little more shade in the afternoon sun, and actually it will probably still get enough light there that they might be happier because they're not getting hit by all of that really, really terrible afternoon sun. So I'm super excited at finding that early, and that just goes to show you that you should get out to your garden centers early and pick out stuff, or someone else like me will get out there and find it first. And so that is something to look forward to this spring, guys. Reworking this bed. This rose still needs to be pruned down. I didn't get to it because I got pricked by the rose really bad, the one I was pruning on video. And so we'll rework this area a little bit together this spring. But for right now, we're just going to let some stuff rest and be really excited about what's coming in the next month or so. For those of you that are local, go check out Grandma's Gardens before March 20th and enjoy that really great 25% off that you won't find in a lot of garden centers, particularly in the spring. And I recommend them because they have great varieties, and I talked to some people there, and I'm hoping to be able to give a small garden tour later this year, and I'll take you along and let you see the garden center when it's really in its prime. So thank you guys for tuning in, and remember, in a world full of hate, be a light. Take care, everyone. Bye.